What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here. We're about to solve this absolute value inequality. Say, what? You crazy, man. I ain't crazy. I'm excited about the math. All right, let's do it. So I have an absolute value and an inequality. All right. Now, it's going to be solved just like an equation, except for one key difference. When I do my negative version, I'm going to have to flip my inequality, right? Just like if I divide it by a negative or multiply by a negative, I flip the inequality. Same kind of concept applies here. We're just like combining it all together. All right, so my first one, since I already have my absolute value isolated, I can just go right to splitting it up, is going to be 1/2 x plus 3 is greater than 5. As is, drop those absolute value bars. The next one, I'm going to have 1/2 x plus 3 is less than negative 5. That's the only difference there, right? Just like an equation, but I got to flip that inequality when I change my sign. All right, let's solve the green one first. I'm going to subtract 3, and I get 1/2 x is greater than 2. And then when I divide by 1/2, that's the same as multiplying by 2 on both sides. Boom, that's gone. And I'm left with x is greater than 4. Now the other one is going to be subtracting 3 again. I'm going to have 1/2 x is less than, and then it's going to be negative 8. And I'm going to multiply by 2 again, right? Because I can multiply by the reciprocal instead of dividing by 1/2. And I'm going to get x is less than negative 16. Now, it does say to graph on a number line. I'm going to have to write this as a final statement. It's greater than 4, and it's less than negative 16. So when I graph this on a number line, let's see how this is going to look, because it can kind of help us write out our final statement. So I'm going to have 0, let's say right here, all negative 16 all the way down here, and we'll put 4 a little closer. That way it's a little bit more proportional, right? It's not the best, but it's okay. Now, it's less than, or it's just greater than, not equal to. So that means that I'm going to have an open circle, right? So for the 4, it's greater than, which means it's going to be pointing to the right. Cool? And then for the other one, it's less than, and it points in the direction. Since I have the x on the left-hand side, it points where I want it to go. It's going to be going to the left. All right, I got to think about it in my head because I got to point backwards. All right, dope. Let's keep going. My final statement, they're pointing away from each other, okay? So this needs to be written as an or statement, right? I can't write it as an and statement because when it's an and, they're like between, they're shading between. When it's an or statement, they're pointing away. So I'm going to have as my final answer here, x is less than negative 16 or x is greater than 4. This is the full thing. If you're asked to do the graph, there you go. If you're just asked for the solution without the graph, it's just the inequality part. The x is less than negative 16 and the or x is greater than 4. That's it. I know it gets a little bit crazy when you start breaking them up. You got multiple things. You get, oh my, you got this. You got this, dogs. All right, see ya.